Okay, postpartum. Where do I begin? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I've sit in front of the camera. It almost doesn't even feel normal. It feels like I'm starting all over again when I first turned my laptop on and I started speaking to you guys, and it feels a little weird again. So bear with me please as I get back into the groove of shooting. Side note, when you're breastfeeding, I am so thirsty all the time. Like, I am so dry mouthed. It is crazy. So I want to get right into the video because I don't want it to be too long. Welcome to anyone that is new. My name is Alana and I filmed fashion, beauty, and skincare videos, and now motherhood videos. I am a mom for the first time. Even saying it, I get teary-eyed. It's so funny, but I'm a mom for the first time to a beautiful, healthy baby boy named Mateo, who I just love so much. So yes, I will be sharing a lot of motherhood videos and hopefully tips and recommendations and advice for all you new moms, because when I was pregnant for the first time, I just dove into so many blogs and so many YouTube videos to help prepare me for birth, what to look forward to, breastfeeding, postpartum care. So I want to do my part and share a little bit of what I went through and some advice and some necessary products that will hopefully make your postpartum recovery just a lot smoother and just a little bit more peaceful and organized for you guys. I am right now 6 weeks postpartum. It has been amazing and really difficult. Probably the most difficult thing that I've ever done in my entire life, both physically and psychologically. It's just a lot of, you're going through a lot of emotions and hormones and a huge transition physically. Also, your lifestyle is completely changed, but also emotionally. And for me, emotionally has been the hardest part, and I'm going to dive into a whole postpartum video talking about the emotional and the mental aspect of it. First, we're going to talk about labor pain. So I had a vaginal birth and I had a 2nd-degree tear, which at the time I had an epidural. So when they told me what I had no idea what they were even talking about. And I still had the epidural, so I didn't feel anything. But let me tell you, when the epidural wore off and I felt everything down there for the first time, because I had a really good epidural, so I felt nothing through my labor. I tell you that I felt what my body went through. It was the most painful thing I have ever experienced in my life. And I don't want to scare you guys, but I do want to be honest and say it was so painful. Like, even thinking about it now, like, just makes me want to go, whoa, whoa. Painful because I was so in shock. So because I had a vaginal birth, and I can only speak on that because that is my experience. So I don't know what C-section recovery is or any other type of labor procedures, but I had a lot of self-care that needed to be done down there to really make sure that I healed properly, tried to make sure the healing was a little bit quicker, didn't try to prolong it, didn't make sure I didn't get any infections. The nurses probably in every hospital would do their best to kind of, the first time when you go into your new room, or if you stay in the same room, kind of show you, what do you do to really take care of yourself down there. So that was interesting because I'm very like a private person. So, to be so vulnerable where you're just letting people see you down there and touch you down there and take care of you down there, and you're in the most vulnerable place you've ever been in. It was really something. Like, I think about it now and I'm like, oh my God, like, to them it's not embarrassing, but to me I'm like, oh my God, like, they were just seeing me not only in, fully nude, but they're seeing like all this stuff coming out of me and stuff. And when you're a first time mom, it just takes you aback because you're just you know, this is so new to you. So let's get into the products that really helped me. But before I start with, you know, buying products, I do want to emphasize that at the hospital, they provide you with so much stuff. So take it all. I even took the water jug that they gave me because it is awesome. It's a 32-ounce water jug, so it really is perfect for me to just fill it up. And I literally have it right next to my bed on my nightstand. So take everything. Take the Dermablast, take any pads that they give you, take the disposable boy shorts, take if they have any Tux pads. I mean, just take it all. I didn't heal until about three to 4 weeks. And I'm talking like my stitches finally had dissolved. I was finally starting to feel, you know, like myself again. There was no more bleeding. I didn't have to wear like the giant, you know, the giant pads anymore and stuff like that. So I'm going to go right into how to take care of yourself down there, you know, your hoo-ha. In the hospital, they're going to give you like these disposable boy shorts. They're not bad, actually. They're pretty comfortable. And they're like really little cute boy shorts. So you're gonna grab them. They're gonna give you, you know, just a regular size big maxi pad. Those two things. And then you're gonna have your Dermablast, which is this can right here. This felt really good to just kind of like give you down there like this cooling sensation that just like really like alleviates and just relieves a little bit of that pain that you're first feeling. So if you run out of this at the hospital, I definitely recommend that you go to Walmart or you order it on Amazon if you don't want to leave your house, and make sure you pick up Dermablast. So you could either spray this directly on your hoo-ha, or what I would do sometimes is I would spray it directly on my pad. So I had a friend who so thoughtfully gifted me the Freedom Mom Recovery Kit, which was amazing, by the way. I will post that link down below so you guys could check it out. I found it on Amazon. In the kit, it came with this instant cold therapy and absorbent pad. So these things are amazing, and it's probably the #1 thing I would recommend is creating some type of cooling pad. When you put something cold down there and you pull up your shorts, it is the best feeling ever. Like when you numb that area because of what it has gone through and the pain, this feels so amazing. So this one is really cool. Underwear, and it instantly gets so cold. So it's great. So it's very long. So if you have hemorrhoids as well after birth, which I also did as well, they were the size of golf balls. It was I can't. Just reach here to it reached from my hoo-ha to the hemorrhoids, and it just felt, oh. But if you can't get your hands on that, my husband did the coolest DIY for me. In the hospital, they would have in the freezer in little sandwich Ziploc bags these little frozen newborn diapers. So my husband asked one of the nurses, how do they make it? So as soon as we got home, he made a few of them for me, and it was amazing. You basically take a newborn diaper and you put on it witch hazel. Get any witch hazel. I think we picked this up at either Walmart or Target. And you're gonna put that on the inside of the pad. Then if you want, you can also put a little bit of aloe vera in the pad as well. You're gonna close it up, put it back in the little sandwich Ziploc bag, and you're gonna put it in the freezer. As soon as you're ready to change your pad and put a new one on, you just grab the little sandwich bag, put that little newborn pad on top of your pad in your underwear, and it is like the best feeling ever. Trust me, you guys, you are going to thank me if you are able to make some of these. Next thing I want to talk to you about are these Tux medicated cooling pads that they also have witch hazel on them. These were really, really great. The only thing is they're like a pain in the butt to like put on. It's like a whole process. So it's like a pain in the butt to like put back there where your hemorrhoids are, and then to pull everything back up, they kind of like fall. So It's an annoying process, but it does feel really, really good. And I really, truly believe it does help speed up your recovery. Are really great. They relieve a lot of pain, and they also relieve itching, which is a big, it's a big pain when you have hemorrhoids and then the itching begins. I got these off of Amazon. They will have some in the hospital because I did take some from the hospital. These definitely need to be part of your postpartum recovery. It has a peri bottle, which I have like a love-hate relationship with the peri bottle. Well, let me first explain what a peri bottle is. So this is an example of one. So basically you fill this up with warm water and you put it upside down, and you kind of just try to aim to spray yourself in the vaginal area, because you can't wipe because you're in so much pain and you have stitches and you have to be careful. You don't want anything that's like rough, like toilet paper touching you down there. So the best way to keep that area sanitized and clean is with spraying water. So the hospital will give you a peri bottle. You don't need to buy one like this. The hospital one is great, but again, I have a love-hate relationship with it because I feel like sometimes when I use it, it stung and it hurt so bad, but then afterwards it would feel really good. Like I would feel very clean. Like it was a love-hate relationship. Like I can't say I love the experience, but I am thankful because I did feel very clean. I just find this one to be a little bit more easier to use than the hospital one. But again, the hospital one was great, so you don't have to pick up one like this. But this one is really nice. So another little small recommendation I would make to you guys is to make yourself a little postpartum recovery kit. So I had all my stuff in here before I went to the hospital. So I had my pads, I had the peri bottle, I had a can of Dermablast. I also had some other products that came in the Freedom Mom kit, like these cooling pad liners. And then it also came with this healing foam. So I had all that stuff in here, and I had it in the bathroom. So it was great. I didn't have to go from my room to the bathroom, or I didn't have to go anywhere else looking for stuff. Everything was in a nice little basket in the bathroom. In the bathroom was such a nice convenience for me. All right, so once the bleeding started to kind of slow down and I was like done wearing those Depends diapers, I found these really cute postpartum high-waisted underwear on Amazon, and these are so great. So this came with a 5-pack, and they came in just neutral colors, black and gray. But I just found them, again, to be really comfortable because they came really high on the waist. So, you know, again, it just that little bit of like tightness around my stomach just felt really nice. And it like kind of like tightened everything together when I decided to start wearing, you know, some jeans and stuff like that. It kind of helped me put my jeans back on. I still kind of wear them too. I know it's like so not cute, but they're really comfortable. So I'll have a link of these down below if you guys are interested in these like postpartum recovery underwear. Next thing is a robe with pockets. I don't know if all robes come with pockets, so they might all come with pockets, but especially if you're nursing, robes are great because, you know, you need to just quickly, you know, whip out that boob to feed the baby, and you don't want to be taking off like a sweater and a shirt and like all these layers. My girlfriend got me one on Milkmaid, their Instagram site, as a gift, and I'll post their link down below. If you can splurge a little bit, find yourself the most comfortable, cozy robe that is going to keep you either warm if it's the winter time or nice and cool if it's the summertime, and you are just gonna live in that thing for so long. You like the first month I just lived in comfy clothes. I just didn't even think about wearing anything cute or fashion forward or anything because it's just not on your mind, honestly. So a robe is like another thing I would definitely recommend to you guys. All right, so in terms of breastfeeding, I'm not gonna put too much in this video about breastfeeding because I want to create a whole video about my breastfeeding journey. Really quickly, breastfeeding has been a challenge for me. Even talking about it, I just get so emotional because I'm still trying to grasp with my struggles with breastfeeding and trying to stay positive. But some products that I want to recommend to you guys that have helped me with breastfeeding is nipple cream. I bought this Earth Mama Organics organic nipple cream, and I love this stuff. I brought it with me to the hospital and I've been using it all the time. It just really, really helps my nipples when they're sore in the areola area. It just really moisturizes that area because mine get really dry and it can start to crack and really hurt. So this nipple butter is amazing, and I ran out of them, but they're great. I found them on Amazon. They're cooling breast pads. They are so great. You just put them in the fridge. I like to put them in the fridge. You don't have to put them in the fridge, but I like them even extra cold. So right after you're done feeding your baby, you put these amazing cooling breast pads on your breasts, and they just give you such a nice healing sensation. So I would really recommend those as well. I hope these items that I've recommended and that I mentioned that help me can also help you guys and just alleviate some of your pain and some of your questions and curiosities about labor and what happens afterwards, what most of the time they don't tell you, which I didn't know. And had to learn firsthand the hard way. I just want to end this video and say, most importantly, give yourself grace, give yourself time, and give yourself rest. It's important to not move around too much, to just really let your body heal. And I know there's going to be times where you think, oh, you know, I'm feeling better, I can do some things around the house. And while you're in the middle of doing them or walking down the stairs and going back up, you're gonna feel pain out of nowhere, and it's gonna hurt so bad, and it's gonna set you back. So make sure that you get as much rest as you can, because that baby is not gonna let you sleep. You're gonna be very sleep deprived. So when you get a chance to rest while the baby's resting, make sure that you rest as well. You're gonna do great. I bet you are already doing great. I hope these words of encouragement really help you guys. You got this, mama. It's not a journey that is easy, and it's not a journey where you need to compare yourself to others, because the best thing for your baby is to have a happy and healthy mom. Like, just even saying that, like, self-reflects. I self-reflect and I get emotional, because those are like words that that's like my mantra. I'm constantly telling myself that, like, a happy baby needs a happy and healthy mom. Whew. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Mwah. And I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless. Bye.